get it done in 1 minute, roughly, if on the SAT. So here we go. Ready? I've got 3 squared minus x minus 7 minus the quantity 5x squared minus 4x minus 2 plus x squared, or not x squared, x plus, it's 3, not 2, 3 times x plus 2. So let me just double check, make sure I'm writing everything down properly. Yep. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify. I'm going to multiply this out. I'm going to multiply this times this. So we can do the first inner outer last. Well, let's just stick to the box method. So I'm going to say x plus 3 times x plus 2. X times x is x squared. 3 times x is positive 3x. X times positive 2 is a positive 2x. And then 3 times 2 is a positive 6. I'm going to combine like terms, all right? And then so this whole thing is going to be x squared plus 3 plus 2 is 5x plus 6. So all that stuff equals this. Next thing I'm going to do is over here, and I'll scroll down so you can see that in a second. I'm going to multiply this by a -1. And in our last example, what does a -1 do? When you multiply something by a -1, what does that do? Well, if it's negative, it turns it to the positive. But if it's positive, it turns it to the negative. So this positive 5x squared becomes negative 5x squared. This -1 times the -4 becomes a positive 4x. And this -1 times the -2 becomes a positive 2. And this is a positive x squared, so we've got that there. Okay. Lastly, so all that stuff comes down to here. And then over here, we're not doing anything. We can't combine like terms inside the parentheses, and we're not multiplying it by anything. So we really don't need the parentheses anymore. All right, so now I've got this big, long mess. Well, we got to combine like terms. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to identify all the x's raised to the second power. In other words, we're going to combine like terms, but I need to make sure that the like terms are the same degree. These are all what we call second degree monomials. Monomial meaning 1. Mono means 1. And then I got to add them up. So I've got 3 minus 5 is -2, and then -2 plus 1 is a -1. So that's a negative x squared. Next, I need to go ahead and add up all the x's to the first power. So this is x to the first degree, x to the first degree, x to the first degree. So I've got a negative x, a positive 4x, and a positive 5x. Well, 4 plus 5 is 9, minus 1 is 8. So it's a positive 8x. I'm just double checking to make sure. Yep. Lastly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the constants. So I've got -7 plus 2 plus 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 minus 7 is 1. Now, that was not necessarily what we were asked to do. We were asked to add them up and then define it. So because this is a second degree polynomial, because it's a second degree, it is what we call a quadratic. And how many terms does it have? No, it only has 3 terms, right? The x squared, the 8x,